Hi, everybody, and welcome to Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie. My name is Susan LaCroix, and my daughter is Julie Davison. She lives in Illinois. We've been demonstrators for, almost 20 years. And we decided, since we live a couple states apart, we wanted to get together and share projects with all of you, and we get to spend a little stamping time together. And we have a very special person joining us this week. It is Julie's oldest, my grandson, Thomas, and you'll find out why in just a little bit. But I'm going to turn it over right now to Julie, and she can explain to you what we're doing this week.
Oh, I'm so excited. I love doing our Sunday stamping videos where we can share. And this week is a little bit different because today we are talking about the celebration join offer. And when you join as a demonstrator during celebration, you can choose 2 free stamp sets of your choice. And so today, Mom and I are going to share the 2 stamp sets that we would pick if we were joining as demonstrators for the first time. And we'll share some project ideas using those stamp sets. And then Thomas will tell you the stamp sets that he's thinking about choosing because he's thinking about joining as a demonstrator.
Awesome.
Well, Thomas is 18, which is the legal age to sign up as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And he's been helping out with a lot of my YouTube videos and kind of behind the scenes, and has been really thinking that he would like to jump on camera and really participate in stamping and learning how to stamp, because Thomas has a little bit of experience stamping, but he's really kind of starting from scratch. So he's excited about Paper Pumpkin and doing some unboxing videos and learning how to stamp. So we would love to hear from you. Would you be interested in a learning how to stamp with Thomas video series? So let us know what you think in the comments below. If you think it would be fun for Thomas to join as a demonstrator and show you his learning how to stamp journey. What do you think, Thomas?
Yeah.
Are you pretty excited about it?
I'm very excited.
Well, I know we're kind of short on time today, so we're going to just jump right in and get started. So we're going to flip the camera over to Mom's desk, and she's going to share the stamp sets that she would choose for free if she was buying her starter kit today.
Yes, I am. So, I wish I could, sign up all over again to get free stamp sets. All right, so the first set that I chose is from the mini catalog, and it is on page 39, and it is Oceanfront. So I've had the good fortune to be able to do some traveling with Stampin' Up! And have seen plenty of oceanfronts. But I also, when I looked at this, I thought of lakefront.
Yes,
We
absolutely.
lived on the west coast of Michigan for many years. And one house we owned was just a couple blocks from the beach. And so we would frequently go watch the sunsets and all that other kind of stuff. So I saw this and immediately thought of Lake Michigan. So I'm going to share with you what I did with this one. Oh, where is it? Oh my gosh. Oh, there it is, buried underneath. Well, here's the stamp set, first of all. And I also pulled in, oh boy, glare, some elements from On the Horizon, because I really think that this On the Horizon has some things that go really nicely with Oceanfront. I'm going to rename it Lakefront. I'm going to put a big piece of tape.
I think that those 2 would be awesome stamp sets to choose together for the 2 free stamp sets too. Like that is such a great pairing.
That is true. And the nice thing is that if you do pick these 2 as your free stamp sets, you can add the dies for On the Horizon to your starter kit.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. The flexibility and being able to choose your starter kit is awesome. So for $99 plus tax, you can choose $125 of product in your choice. So you can get the dies to go with the stamp sets. You can go get designer paper, cardstock punches. Oh my goodness, Mom.
So this is what I came up with. And so let me just pull the stamp set over here. So this part was the sky, and I did that in balmy blue. And then I used Misty Moonlight for the water, because the Lake Michigan water is not like the greenish, bluish aqua that you see in the Caribbean or somewhere else. It's more of a deeper, darker shade. And then I used Sahara sand for the sand, and I actually stamped it again, and then I even turned it over because I wanted to get more sand along here. And then I used some of the grasses, and these aren't really not cattails or pussy willows, but they're kind of a dune grass. And
Yeah.
sometimes they're actually kind of like a crumb cake color. And then what I did is I used the birds from On the Horizon down here, and
Mhm.
then the relax and enjoy your day, because I really love that, and I do relax when I'm on the water or near the water. I just remember you and Dad and Jim going off to snorkel at another beach, and I just hunkered down and watched girls and read, and I just had the best time just sitting on the beach.
Oh, that was in Maui last year.
That was
That
in
was
Maui.
incredible.
Yep.
Yes.
It was incredible. Anyway, so that's what I did. And so I used, I can't remember the name of this label, but then I took a dauber and I daubered a little bit of ink around there and then added some of our pebbles.
I hate to tell you this, but I think that label punch is retired.
No,
I really think it might be. But
oh
you know
my
what?
God.
It's okay because I don't mind. You can just go ahead and send that card to me. And I'll take care of it for you.
You're too funny. But yeah. So anyway, and so I matted it on Misty Moonlight and then used Sahara Sand as the card base. And I had a really big debate with myself whether to use just putting the basic white, the design piece on Sahara Sand or on Misty Moonlight, and I couldn't decide. So when I talked to Julie and Tom earlier, one liked Sahara Sand, one liked Misty Moonlight. Well, just mat it, Mom. So I thought, yeah, I'll just mat it. So that's what I did.
I love it layered. Oh my gosh. And the pebbles are so perfect.
I
love the way that turned out.
Oh, thanks. I actually brought out the sea glass because when we lived in Chicago and would go to Lake Michigan on the other side of the lake,
Yeah.
we'd find sea glass of when we go along the beach, but it was their colors were not right. So I didn't do it. Anyway, so that's that card. So then for my second stamp set that I would choose, if I don't choose On the Horizon. See, now you got me thinking. All right. I picked on page 117 of the annual catalog, All Squared Away. I was intrigued by this, and I saw a video that Sarah Douglas, our CEO, did using just the stamp set. And I thought, oh, so that inspired me. So let me show you what I came up with for that. And I'll just show you this very quickly. Here's the stamp set.
I actually don't have that one yet.
Oh, and this is the Floral Squares that coordinates with it. So you can get it as a bundle. But if you're putting this in your starter kit, then you could buy this separately. Yeah. And so it comes with 4 different squares and then some extra pieces along there as well. And I love the greetings in here. Well, you'll see them on my project. So, all right, I'm going to move this out of the way and bring out the project. So I was inspired, like I said, by Sarah Douglas, and she did different color, I think she used a note card. But I just took one of the images, and this is polished pink. And I did a full strength square, and then I just followed up. So I have 3, I guess, generations of color, if you will.
So you stamped and then stamped again and stamped again.
And stamped again. Yep. And then I put the greeting, the best thing about today is you. And I some of our new iridescent rhinestones, which you currently can't order.
Oh no.
I think they'll be in soon. It's not a forever. Anyway, so the card base is polished pink as well. So that is one project that I did. And then the other thing she did, which I thought was pretty clever, or her designer, is she stamped and then cut out some squares. I don't know, I'm missing a square, I think, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, she did some, what is it called? There's a name for it. Lord have mercy. I can't remember, but color blocking.
Oh, yes. I was trying to figure out what you were coming up with.
Yeah, color blocking. So just 3 squares. And then again, the best thing about today is you. This is great for simple stamping, just a couple colors of ink, some basic white cardstock. And then of course I have to sparkle and bling my cards. So the other thing she did was she showed how you could actually kind of make this like a quilt.
Oh.
Yeah, she had the whole, had a card all covered with this. Well, let me put this down here. Anyway, I'm not going to show you, I didn't do it, but I just want to kind of give you an idea of what it would look like if you, in fact, you trim off along whatever, you'd fill in gaps and stuff. But I wanted it a little more simple than that. But that's just another idea that you could do with the stamp set only, just only. Well, of course, I had to bring out the dies. So I made some little 3x3 cards. I don't do 3x3 cards very often, but I thought, how perfect is that? Just to put, just to stamp the color and then die cut the squares and put it over with. And of course, I had to use some of the iridescent. And you are so worth celebrating.
Oh, I love that sentiment. And those are adorable.
Aren't they cute? I've got to get out some little rhinestones or something and put it there. But yeah, so you can make a set of these little 3x3 cards, tuck them in with gifts or whatever. But the last one,
you've been busy.
I just love this. I mean, I just kept going and going and going. Is this one? So I brought out a note card, and the Stitched with Whimsy die, the second largest one, fits perfectly on a note card, and used Bumblebee and stamped the little dots. Then I die cut this out in black. And it is, the dies have some extra flowers. So I did a couple of those and put some of the rhinestones in, and good things grow like our friendship.
Oh, I love that one.
Thanks. So those were the projects I came up with using what I would, do for freebies. So, so that's what I did. Just throwing them on my table.
I love it. I don't think I have quite that many samples.
Oh, that's okay. I only have one sample of the lakefront, also known as Oceanfront.
I know. I'm going to start calling it lakefront. I'm going to get in trouble. Okay, let me switch the camera over to my desk.
All right.
I was just trying to look up the page that the stamp set is on. I chose for one of my stamp sets, Flowing Flowers, which is on page 36 of the January through June mini catalog. This one has really caught my eye. I just think it's so beautiful. This is a standalone stamp set that doesn't have coordinating dies, and I think that's why it caught my eye. It's $25, so it's also a little more expensive for a stamp set, but it is just beautiful. And then as I was going through the catalog, I really wanted to pick another greeting stamp set or flower stamp set. And I thought instead I would pick something that really was quite the opposite. So I've got the feminine flowing flowers. And then I decided to also choose for my second stamp set, the Sailing Home stamp set. And I think like you, I'm sort of drawn to that Lake Michigan beach. And I don't know if you mentioned it this time. I think we talked about it in our practice video. That Jim proposed at the lighthouse on Lake Michigan. And so I've always just had a little thing for lighthouses. So I love this Sailing Home stamp set for masculine cards. This is from the annual catalog, and the Flowing Flowers is a new one from the mini catalog. So what I did was I created the same card, but I used each stamp set. So this is kind of a fun, like a little half front card. So it's 4 1/4 by 11 inches of cardstock. And then I scored it at 5 1/2 and I cut off the bottom half. So you see the inside piece. And then I have a 2 by 4 inch piece of Sahara sand, which I use the same color on the other card. And then I used one of my favorite punches. This is the Label Me Lovely punch. And especially as I was thinking about for Thomas or any kind of new stamper or new demonstrator, what are some things that I would put in my starter kit? And so the Label Me Lovely is definitely high up on the list. And that's what I used on both of these cards. The other thing I used on both of these cards is the Essentials pack of Baker's Twine. I love Baker's Twine. This one comes with white, vanilla, black, crumb cake, and gray granite. And so on this one, I did a little bow, and on the other one, I did more of a knot to be a little more masculine, a little kind of nautical feel to it. And then the last thing that I put on both of the cards is a piece of the designer paper. So this is the neutrals paper pack. And then you can also get subtles and in color. And I just love that you can have something with all the colors. And there's like the monochromatic pattern. So we've got the plaid, and then on the other side, the flowers and the squares, and on the other side, the dots and dashes. So I use that on top of these cards. So the colors here are Calypso Coral, Petal Pink, Sahara Sand. And that image is just so gorgeous. Like,
yes, so
this is the first card I made with it. I can't wait to play some more. And then with the Sailing Home, I've got Navy, Sahara Sand, and Pool Party. I don't know how well you can see the stamped image, the circle, but
oh, nice.
I was really happy with the way that those turned out. I do have some more samples to share with you really quick. These are card swaps from other demonstrators. This one is from Betsy Kreider with the soft succulent and pale papaya. And this one from Celine Kempton. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, love that.
This is Misty Moonlight, and then a little denim ribbon, and the designer paper is from the Heart and Home collection in the mini catalog. And then these two are a little bit older. When Sailing Home first came out, it had some coordinating designer paper, and so that's what I was using on these cards. But I think there's a really similar pattern in the Heart and Home that has the stripes that you could use for a similar kind of card. And then this uses some of the die cuts as well from that, the coordinating dies.
That's really nice. I was just thinking while you were talking, when I'm talking to somebody who's going to sign up or thinking about signing up, I always tell them to kind of keep in mind that they should pick some stamp sets that they can use all year round.
Yes.
And not just focus on things like either Valentine's Day or Christmas, or it's something that can be used. And I like what you did there, Jay. You brought in other things to go with what you picked out so that you could start making cards right away. I just went for what I liked.
I think when you're picking your free stamp sets that you want, that you kind of have to pick what you want. And if you just go with the ones that are the most expensive, then you might not use them. So Thomas yesterday was browsing through the catalog. I have to tell you though, Claire was browsing with him, and she, I think, is kind of jealous because she's ready to sign up and be a demonstrator. And she wanted to pick out her own free stamp sets, but she was helping Thomas. So Thomas was paging through the catalog, and here are the stamp sets that Thomas picked out. This one looks a little familiar.
Yay, Tom.
Thomas, tell us why you landed on Ocean Lakefront. Ocean Lakefront.
Yeah, that one. I was also drawn to the lakefront, and going up to St. Joseph every summer and going to the beach and swimming and going into town and getting ice cream and all that fun stuff.
So sort of nostalgia then.
Yeah, exactly. Nostalgia.
Well, the second stamp set Thomas picked, it didn't really surprise me because it surprised me that you were marking down flower sets when you were looking at it. So I took them all out, but Thomas used the Post-it notes, and he had like flagged the catalog to, pick stamp sets that he liked. And then he went back to narrow it down. So here's the second choice that Thomas decided on.
Love it.
Yeah, Wildlife Wonder. So Thomas, what do you like about this stamp set?
The bear. The bear, he's cute. No, but I don't know. I like the animals. It reminds me of going hunting with Dad, and the whole rustic feel of the two shown cards. I really like. I don't know. Those two stamp sets really inspired me to make, or they got me thinking about cards I can make.
Yeah, I love that. Well, and this one's got some really great sentiments in it. And the other one didn't have any. So I think that they pair really well together. I think that you can use some of these stamp sets, as a background.
Yes.
I think the style is very similar. So I think that is an excellent matchup, Thomas. We would love to hear from you. I'm going to switch the camera around. We would love to hear from you at home. What kinds of things do you think that Thomas should put in his starter kit? because he's just getting started as a new stamper, right? So of course I have a whole room full of stuff, but he's definitely interested in kits and paper pumpkin, and really excited about just starting to learn with some of the basics. So I shared a few things that I think are good basic things to start with, and I'll definitely suggest for Thomas to get these. But we'd love to hear from you at home, and leave a comment and let us know what are some of the things you think that are good basics to start a stamping collection with. What would you order in your starter kit?
I think a paper pumpkin kit comes
Yes,
starter kit.
that's actually a really good thing to point out, Mom. Thank you for reminding me about that.
Sure.
So in addition to the $125 in product of your choice and the 2 free stamp sets, Stampin' Up! Will also send a free paper pumpkin kit, and it is a random kit, so like you don't get to pick which paper pumpkin kit, but it's just a sample of what paper pumpkin is, and then you have the opportunity to subscribe as a demonstrator and get those kits. And that's definitely something that Thomas is excited about, doing some unboxing videos of paper pumpkin. And you can order the kit collection kits in the starter kit, so we're definitely going to look at some of those. In addition to the free paper pumpkin kit and the 2 free stamp sets, you also get free shipping on your starter kit order, which is really exciting. So it's only $99 plus tax, and that's it. So you end up getting, between the free stamp sets, like I think the 2 that I picked out is like $50 in stamps. Like that's awesome. And then you get the $125 in product and the free paper pumpkin kit. I mean, I think we're up to $200 in stuff that you get for $99 plus tax.
Nice.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, so we thought we'd take the rest of the time today to kind of talk about some frequently asked questions and go over just some basic information. And so we're going to put Thomas on on spotlight here a little bit and see what kind of questions he has. And he is cheating a little bit. We asked for your questions at home, and we got some of your questions. So Thomas is going to he's going to read off the questions to Mom and I to answer. So are you ready, Mom?
I'm ready.
Okay.
All right. What are the minimum sales requirements?
Okay, so I guess we'll go back and forth. I'll start, Mom, and then you can do the next question. So in order to stay active as a demonstrator, you need $300 every quarter in sales, and that is like regular retail amount. But the fun thing I want to mention is that like right now we're in the middle of a quarter. So the quarters are all calendar quarters: January, February, March, April, May, June. And so right now we're in the middle of the January through March quarter. And so if you join right now in February during celebration, then you don't have to get your first 300 by the end of March, because that's just like a month and a half. That's not really fair. So the first partial quarter is waived. So if you join right now, you actually have until the end of June to meet your first $300 quota. And everything that you order between now and the end of June counts towards that first 300. So you have like sort of bonus extra time to enjoy the perks of being a demonstrator, and a little extra time to meet your first quota. Do you have anything else to add, Mom?
You covered it very well.
Okay, next question.
So what if I want to do this more as a hobby rather than a business?
That's an excellent question, because I do believe that most demonstrators consider themselves hobby demonstrators. And the beautiful thing about this is it's your own business. Yeah. So you can do whatever you want with it. So you can be a business builder and grow a team, or you can say, hey, I'm just, I want the discount for my, to feed my own habit, which is how I so, and then it changes. I mean, and some people do that. Some people start off as a hobbyist, and they get a recruit, and they start learning stuff. It's like, we can do this. We can have some fun with this. So it's really up to you. You can just do it for yourself. Absolutely.
I will add on to that. We have about 120 on our team of demonstrators across the United States. And I don't have like an exact percentage, but like I would say probably 90% of those 120 are just discount buyers or people who just have a few stamping friends that, you know, they get together with and that order from them. And so I think that's pretty accurate to, you know, to the demonstrator base as a whole worldwide, is that so many are just in it like for the creative inspiration and the community of people who share the same kind of passion. So if you feel like you don't want to hold classes, it's not required. You're not required to recruit. You're not required to hold parties. If you want to meet your minimums without buying it all yourself, then having a class, you know, or a party, you know, once a month or once a quarter is a great way to help you meet your minimum without having to buy it all yourself. But I won't name any names. We have plenty of people on our team who do just buy, do just buy from themselves, and that's totally fine.
And I remember Shelley Gardner, who was one of the co-founders of Stampin' Up, on stage one day, she said, I really don't like it when people, and I'm not dinging you, Julie, say just a hobby demonstrator, because she said, you are a hobby demonstrator. And she said, we value each and every one of you, regardless of where you are in your business, because it is just that. And the other thing is, you know, sometimes life happens. And so you may have to back off for a little bit, and then you can charge up and, you know, adjust things. It doesn't have to be, you know, very regimented. When Noni was alive and she was so sick, we were at the hospital just about every day. And so I really had to kind of scale back classes and things, you know, but that's the beauty of it. I didn't feel under any pressure to go, oh my gosh, you know, I have to take care of my mother and, you know, run this business. So, you know, it worked out really. I had lots of help too, by the way. So, anyway, so next question.
I just want to add on to that. This is going to take us a while if we keep adding on. I'll be short though. I just wanted to say that, like, we are not high pressure people. And so like, we will never, you know, pressure people or put our goals onto other people. And I feel like sometimes when people see like all the big things that we're doing and accomplishing and the awards and the incentive trips, sometimes it can feel like, I don't want to do that. But like, that's not what everyone is doing as a Stampin' Up demonstrator. Like, there are so many different ways to like enjoy this journey and this like opportunity that aren't, you know, way up high at the level that we're doing it. So even though Mom and I have a big business and, you know, we do a lot and we hold a lot of classes and, you know, we sell a lot, like that's not the only way to be a demonstrator. And there really are lots of opportunities for everywhere in between.
Very true.
Okay. Next question.
Can I be my own host?
Is it my turn? I don't know. We've gone back and forth. I think it's my turn.
It's your turn.
Okay. So as you probably know, when you have an order that's over $150, you can earn host rewards or Stampin' rewards. And so absolutely, as a demonstrator, if you have an order over $150, you can be your own host and get your own host rewards. But also as a demonstrator, you can host your own party, right? You can have a party or a class in your home where you're inviting people over and they're placing orders, and you're getting the host rewards in that traditional sense of being a host. In fact, that's a really great way to kickstart your business, is to have an open house or to have a class where you invite everybody you know to come over and learn more about Stampin' Up and create a card. So yes, you can be your own host and get host rewards every time you have an order that's over $150.
Cool. So how much does it cost to start as a demonstrator?
Okay, so the starter kit is $99 and you get $125 worth of product that you choose, which it didn't used to be that way. And then you get a bunch of business supplies. You get order forms and catalogs, and as we mentioned earlier, a free paper pumpkin kit. And right now, though, through the end of this month, you get additional 2 stamp sets of your choice. And it could be the Altogether, which is an out of catalog publication. It could be from either catalog, as we pointed out with our samples, that we each chose one from the new mini and we each chose one from the annual catalog. And I just remember, just as a little historical fun fact, When Julie and I signed up 20 years ago, the kits were like $300. So it was crazy. And you didn't get to pick. You got to pick, I think, an ink color and maybe a color of cardstock.
You could customize it with the $300 kit, but yeah, you could only substitute like a different color ink pad, a different stamp set of the same price. So it was not flexible like it is now.
No, it certainly was not. So, and it was much more expensive. It was like 3 times the amount.
Yeah.
So this is truly a great bargain.
Mm-hmm. Even if you just have a really big order from the mini catalog, like if you're just in a place where you're ordering a lot and building your stamp collection, like why not get a discount on all of your orders? Like it's kind of a no-brainer, right?
Yeah.
And here's another fun fact. If you have a hostess who's doing a party, she can use her free stamp and rewards to get the starter kit and not lay out a dime.
That's right. Oh, I've had people who have gotten their starter kit for free by hosting a party and using those rewards towards the kit.
Oh.
I know, right? It's like
Even better deal.
like making your dollars stretch even further. We just talked about it a second ago. We added it up and like it's literally you could double your money by getting the starter kit. So that's exciting. All right, what's next?
How can I make money as a demonstrator?
Is it my turn? I think it's my turn. Demonstrators earn 20% commission or discount on their orders. So on every single order that you place or that you receive, you get 20% off. Now, if you're a demonstrator for a little while and you advance Entitled to Bronze Elite, then you get a 5% income raise in your instant income. So as a Bronze Elite demonstrator, that's someone who has had about an average of $150 a month in sales over the course of a year. And then they will advance to Bronze Elite. Now, I will say though, that some people do that, in a few months, so it doesn't have to take a year to get there. And not all demonstrators are Bronze Elite, just demonstrators who are consistently, buying or working their business. They'll get to that Bronze Elite level where they get the extra 5%. So then it's 25% instant income or commission on orders. In addition to that, we have opportunities to earn volume rebate. When you have a higher sales month, you can earn additional percentage. So the percentage that you'll earn in commission can be anywhere from 20% to 38%. That's the top end. And then in addition to that, you can earn cash bonuses for your personal sales and leadership and recruiting and things like that. One of my favorite times of year is celebration, of course, because in addition to getting free gifts for shopping and for hosting and for joining, demonstrators right now are earning free product credit based on their personal sales during celebration and recruiting. So that's just another opportunity to earn free product credit. There's a program called Quick Start that you can earn free product credit if you meet certain goals during your first 3 months and 6 months, I think it is, or 6 months and 9 months. I have to look at it. But the Quick Start program allows new demonstrators to earn product credit based on their meeting those initial goals. And then, like, as you advance in other titles beyond Bronze Elite, there's additional opportunities to earn product credit and cash bonuses as well. So there are lots of different ways to earn money and to earn free product as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And those are just a few of them. Next.
All right.
Cool. Do I have to recruit other demonstrators?
No.
Yes. No.
No, you don't. And then that's again part of the nice thing about being a demonstrator is you can work your business any way you want it. So if you want to build a team, well then yes, you're going to need to recruit. But if you're just like, I just want to feed my habit and just, have some things, toys to play with, then no, you do not have to recruit. As your mom said, this is a low pressure kind of thing, at least for me, and I know for your mom as well, because it isn't for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And some people say, well, maybe I'll give it a try, and they try it for a quarter or two and then say, you know what, no, I've got stuff I'm going to use. So again, you just work it the way you want to.
I always say it's a no obligation commitment, right? Like if you sign up and you give it a try and you don't like it, like You get to keep your starter kit. Nobody takes away your birthday. Like you get to keep stamping and use all the stuff that you got in your starter kit. And that's it. Like,
That's it. Yeah.
Where will I get project ideas for my workshops, and what kind of training can I expect?
Is it my turn or yours? I've lost track.
Yours.
My turn. Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. If you've been watching my videos, I love to case the catalog. So I get a lot of my ideas from the Stampin' Up! Catalog. But also Stampin' Up! Has some really great training programs like the Bundle Focus, where they actually provide class plans, social media text, email text, like images that we can use. So I would say a lot of ideas I get right from the resources that Stampin' Up! Provides. They have a really amazing demonstrator website with a lot of training materials in the Stampin' University. As a team, we have virtual team meetings every single month, and we just started doing a stamp and share on Zoom every month as well, where we have a show and tell and mystery stamping. We have an amazing community. Mom's team is part of my team, and so all together our 120 demonstrators around the country. We have an awesome community on Facebook. I send an email newsletter to the entire team, including Mom's team, every month with project ideas and tutorials. One of the things that I offer as a perk for being on our team is class plans. Like my tutorials that I write up for the classes I do every month, I send those to team members. They get free access to the PDFs. So there's lots of those kind of things that we share freely with our team. And Mom, I think the same is true for you. You share a lot of, those kind of resources and ideas with your smaller team as well.
Yes. And the other thing too is that I get ideas from other people. So we do swaps. Your mom hosts a one-on-one swap, or we do a larger swap. Your mom and I hosted the new catalog and celebration swap for this year. This particular catalog cycle we're in. And so we get lots of ideas from that. Your mom does this great big card swap. I've been there and joined your mom for these, and I have more pictures of the swaps that have come in because they're phenomenal artists. And so it's called casing. I call it copy and share everything. Your mom calls it copy and selectively edit. So either one works, but as long as you give the person credit for what you're using of theirs, that's what it's all about, sharing.
Yes.
Awesome.
I think we have one more question on our sheet. We're almost done.
Is Stampin' Up! A well-known and respected company?
That one I crossed off, but yes, absolutely it is. We're going off an FAQ page that Stampin' Up! Kind of wrote up. And so I'll just read the response that they wrote, because I think they've written it so well. Since 1988, Stampin' Up! Has been selling stamps and paper crafting supplies. In that time, not only has Stampin' Up! Won industry awards and accolades, but also the loyalty and admiration of demonstrators and customers alike. And that is a trend that we work hard to maintain. You can rest assured the reputation of Stampin' Up! Will only continue to improve. So I got to do some quick math on that. It's like almost 35 years. I think that Stampin' Up! Has been around.
So. Yep.
Which is, it's pretty incredible that we have a company that has been around for so long. Like I've seen over the course of 20 years that we've been demonstrators, we've seen other stamp companies come and go in the direct sales business.
Yeah.
And so Stampin' Up! Has outlasted them all, and we're not going anywhere. Stampin' Up! Is a worldwide company with 60,000 demonstrators all over the world. In North America, Canada, and the United States. In Europe, we're in the Netherlands and Austria, Germany, France, and the UK. We're in Australia and New Zealand. So we have a creative community that spans the globe, and we're not going anywhere anytime soon.
I would like to end with reading the statement of the heart, because I think this has been the guiding principle since the beginning of the company. And I just think it's, like I said, it says it all. To love what we do and share what we love as we help others enjoy creativity and worthwhile accomplishments. In this, we make a difference.
Oh, I love that. Every time, like every time, we read it or hear it, like it just reminds me of all the amazing reasons that I'm still a demonstrator after 20 years. And that is all the amazing people that we have come into contact. Obviously, we would still have a relationship if it wasn't for Stampin' Up. But Stampin' Up has brought us together with so many, friends, and now this greater Stampin' family that like we never would know if it wasn't for Stampin' Up. I have this quick little story. Like this was years ago, and my friend from college was visiting. And Thomas, do you remember this? Maybe not. So my friend was coming, and he was like, "Oh, are you just gonna be stamping all weekend?" And I was like, "No, my friend doesn't stamp." What? You know people who don't stamp? And I was like, yes, not a lot, but like I do know people who don't stamp. And so he was just so floored by that, right? Because so many people, that I'm close to in my life are from these years of Stampin' Up. And we just have such amazing relationships and friendships with stampers all over the world. And I feel so blessed, that we have that opportunity and have that in our life. Well, I know. Go ahead.
There's just so much to say, and I know we're way out over that we wanted to talk. Yeah. But on one of our incentive trips, they have a room that we can go to, and they have samples up, and they have little games and candy, and the corporate team is there, and we get to chat with them. But one year they handed us all. It was the 30-year anniversary trip. And they handed us a plaque. They handed it to, like, your dad got one too, and I can't remember where his is, but I put mine up on my wall when I got home. And what they said was, Stampin' Up has allowed me to blank, and then you fill it in. And I wrote, meet so many wonderful new friends. And it's true.
Yeah.
And that's how I'm going to end it. I've been ending this now.
Well, we went over a lot of frequently asked questions, but if we left anything out, questions that you have been wanting to ask us and know about, please leave a comment on this video and we will be sure to answer in the comments. We also would invite you to reach out to either one of us personally if you have questions or are interested in joining as a demonstrator. In the video description, we will include a link to join as a demonstrator. So if you're interested in jumping in and getting your $99 starter kit, choosing your 2 free stamp sets, and joining our team, look for that link in the video description to get started right away. We really look forward to getting to know you and to having you on our team. And
if you are a demonstrator, note and tell us what you love about being a demonstrator.
Yes.
We love hearing stories like that.
Absolutely. Okay, Mom, let's wrap this up. I can't wait to stamp with you again next week. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your weekend and a fabulous week ahead.
You as well. And Thomas, welcome. Because I think you're going to do it, right?
Yeah,
I think we're definitely leaving that way.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You'll have to let me know.
We will for sure.
Yes.
Okay, Mom, we'll talk soon.
Goodbye.
Love you guys. Bye.
Love you too. Bye.